say thank you in Swahili, and to say let's go, we say twende. Shambo, my friends, my name is Wilkes, and I will be your safari tour guide this evening. Now, before we get on the reserve, I have some very important rules. Number 1, have fun. Number 2, please keep all hands, arms, feet, legs, and personal belongings inside the truck at all times, for anything dropped outside of the vehicle cannot be recovered by you nor me. I'll contact the owner who will safely retrieve those items and return to us at the exit. Last major rule is seats on seats. We gotta remain seated at all times, and with all of that, we are good to head on in. If you look above, you will see a handy-dandy spotting guide that will aid us in identifying many animals that call the Harambe Wildlife Reserve their home. I cannot promise to be seeing all those animals, but I will do my best to seek them out. Here in the Little Tourist Forest, many animals will be very well camouflaged, like those okapis over on our right-hand side, known as the ghosts of the forest, given their shy and reclusive nature, as well as their rare sightings. So we're up to a phenomenal start. On my left-hand side, we have a pair of saddle-billed storks that will not vocalize like most birds, but will instead rattle their bills to communicate with one another. Up ahead on the left-hand side, we have a black rhinoceros, and we do have a very rare sighting of a second one way back there as well. Very hard to distinguish them from the boulders. Now, despite being the second largest group of land mammals in the world, rhinos are capable of a full gallop, much like their cousins, the horse, meaning they'll be getting all 4 legs up off the ground as they run. Unfortunately, they have been poached for their horns, mistakenly believed to be made of ivory or containing some form of magical medicinal power. Although that is not true, for they are made of keratin, the same material as our hair and fingernails. The astute of you may have noted I described the rhino as the cousin of the horse with big, beautiful horns mythicalized to be magical. So to say it, rhinos are chubby unicorns, and I cannot be convinced otherwise. Now, this mixed herd here on our right-hand side consists of those bongos, the reddish-brown antelope with the horns, and the greater kudu, the taller, rare, hornless ones. Now, both the bongo and the kudu have those white stripes on their back to recreate the effect of sunlight shining through the canopy, thus improving their levels of camouflage. Now, both male and female bongos have horns. However, for the kudus, only the males will develop long spiraled horns that can reach 6 feet in length. We have now crossed over into the Safi River basin. I'm going to get us as close to the river as possible. For here in Africa, we have a phrase where there are rivers, there are likely hippos and crocodiles. We'll need to remain on the lookout, for both animals can hold their breath underwater for several minutes at a time. In the meanwhile, I am seeing some pink-backed pelicans here. I think their name would be adorable blush and develops during their mating season. Closely over on the right-hand side, you may see 2 boulders, one of which is moving about. I'm just playing. Those are some Nile hippopotamuses moving about. Hippos will try and remain underwater for a majority of the day, for their skin can fairly easily get sunburned. And it looks like a load of them here on our left-hand side. Looking a lot more photogenic, and one looks to be playing around over here as well. Now, hippos can even sleep underwater thanks to a natural reflex of theirs that causes them to lift their heads to the surface whenever they need a breath of fresh air. Now, like this individual is showing off for us, while hippos may look rather rotund, they actually have very little body fat. For underneath their thick layer of skin, they are mostly muscle, which allows them to sink all the way down to the riverbed like that individual is now. They're so dense with muscle, they sink to the bottom and run along the riverbeds to move about rather than swimming at the surface. And it also makes these animals incredibly powerful. So much so they are capable of running at speeds over 25 miles an hour through the water. I'll admit I was really hoping she'd do a cute little flip turn for us right there. Thought she was coming back. Oh, what's the sign here say? Caution, weight limit 4 tons. I'm sure I'll be okay. I've been dieting. And I'm like 99.1% sure we're safe across this bridge. Underneath I did see some Nile crocodiles, the largest reptiles here in Africa, reaching at 16 feet and 500 pounds on average. They are opportunistic feeders and not picky eaters, having been known to go several days between meals, largely dependent on the size of the last thing they ate. Now I'm seeing the tree canopy thinning up ahead. That, along with this oddly shaped tree on our right-hand side, are good indicators we'll be leaving the forest for the savanna. This tree here is known as the baobab tree and has many fun nicknames. My personal favorite being the upside-down tree, where it looks like it has its roots up in the air like it just don't care. Rest assured, the tree is right side up, remaining barren of leaves for 9 months out of the year to conserve water. The other 3 months are during the rainy season, in which while water is abundant, it will grow nice and lush with leaves, as well as try and store up as much water in that large trunk as it can. Now, welcome to the Great African Savanna. Take in the nice wide open plains. This does mean many animals that call it home will be relying on speed, agility, and numbers to stay safe. A fantastic example of that would be this relatively small herd of wildebeest here on our right-hand side. I say relatively small, for the wildebeest has been known to form mega herds that can reach up to 1.5 million individuals. This makes them the second most densely grouped of mammals in the world, second only to us humans. I saw some movement over here on the left-hand side. I think they're good hiding behind that rocky den right now. If we may get a little glimpse, if you look just back there, moving about, we have some painted dogs. The painted dog is the most successful predator here in Africa, with a higher success rate than lions, hyenas, cheetahs, and leopards, thanks to their high levels of endurance and phenomenal sense of teamwork. Sea cattle for the tribe that originally domesticated them. They were not kept for beef, leather, nor milk, but instead as a status symbol to reflect great wealth. The original Cadillac, if you will. Now you may see those large horns of theirs and think that must be some heavy headwear. This isn't actually true though, as those horns are mostly hollow, with a honeycomb-like structure to provide solid support and strength, while maintaining a lightweight build for their size. For despite being 6 feet long each, they weigh roughly around 5 pounds apiece. Now, coming up on our left-hand side, we will be having a cutie patootie baby Maasai giraffe. Baby giraffes are welcome into this world with a 6-foot fall. Don't worry, they end up A-okay for as little as an hour's time. They're capable of running at full speeds, all on their own. I'll let you guys in on a little secret right now. Looks like they might be heading in for the night. Don't know why they're all so eager. A fully grown giraffe needs less than an hour of sleep a day in order to maintain a nice healthy lifestyle. And rarely will an adult giraffe sleep more than 15 minutes at a time. Is the largest land mammal in the world, with bulls weighing in at 13,000 pounds. You do not get to be that size by skipping out on calories. But unfortunately for elephants, agricultural developments have been encroaching more and more on this land. This is causing them to get tempted to take crops for themselves, putting it on to local partners. Thankfully, we have found a peace resolution in the form of bees. Elephants aren't very keen on bees, often heading for the hills as soon as they hear that buzzing. So we work with local farmers, setting up BSF defenses along their farm fields to deter the elephants from taking crops. It also improves the harvest thanks to the pollination done by the bees, and the honey they produce can be collected and sold for additional profits. All in all, it keeps elephants safe, farmers happy, and gives the bees a nice new home. Now, my friends, would you like to do the roller coaster of Safari? We are climbing up. And then the drop. Thank you for enjoying the shortest and slowest roller coaster here at Disney. I'm seeing a lot of test marks in the clay here. Generally, elephants will consume clay to help round out their diets, getting vitamins and minerals in doses they would not normally be able to achieve from plants alone. Looks like we have more beautiful individuals here on our left-hand side. Given their number, it looks like another herd of females. I'm seeing a little cute patootie up ahead as well. Now, elephants are some of the best mothers in the world, carrying their calves for 22 months. And when born, babies can weigh roughly 300 pounds. Making them some of the biggest babies in the world. Now, baby elephants will be some of the most safeguarded in the animal kingdom. For not only do they have their mothers to keep them safe, but also grandma, all their aunts, cousins, older sisters, and family friends. With each one weighing about 10,000 pounds apiece, they almost have a whole army to protect them. Looks like someone's found a nice little scratching post, or maybe practicing a little bit of headbutting. Adorable fact about baby elephants is that elephant trunks contain over 40,000 muscles within them. Makes it pretty hard to control it, So sometimes very young baby elephants will forget they're there and accidentally step on them. Or when bored, we'll just twirl them around because it's kind of fun to do. On our left-hand side, we have a flamboyance of greater flamingos. Greater coming from being the largest flamingos in the world. That beautiful pink color of theirs comes from their diet rich in beta-carotene, consisting mostly of shrimp and krill. I got a glimpse at a cheetah, the fastest land predator in the world, capable of sprinting at speeds between 60 and 70 miles an hour, thanks to those super slender builds and non-retractable claws that function much like racing cleats. They are also capable of making tight turns in pursuit of prey thanks to their large bushy tails that they use to help keep balance. While the cheetah may be a fairly big cat, they are not a true big cat, so they cannot roar. They will instead chirp and purr, and as members of Felinidae, they'll be more closely related to the common house cat than anything like a leopard or a lion. Are recognizable by the white ring around their rumps and their adorably heart-shaped noses. They get their name for their defensive maneuver. For when pursued by predators, they will fearlessly dive into bodies of water, where they are fantastic swimmers and easily able to get away. Also on our right are the largest eggs in the world from the largest bird, the ostrich. Each ostrich egg contains roughly 24 chicken eggs worth of material. Don't think they'd make for an easy omelet though, as those eggshells are so robust that if any of us were to try and stand on one, it would not crack under its pressure. Welcome to the Gaudy Plant. Wanted to swing by the warden's post to see if anyone was home, but looks like everyone has called it in for the night. Although, if you just notice that yellow box hanging out front, that is the prototype for the Elephant Beehive program I was discussing a while back. Now, my friends, I'd like to thank you all for joining me on safari this evening. I am very glad with the wide array of animals we got to see tonight, and I hope you will show many more people these amazing creatures in the future. Unfortunately, though, many of them that we saw today are endangered and in need of assistance. Good news is I'm taking us back to a place where we can all help out today. We're back at Animal Kingdom, and all the shops, donations can be made to the Walt Disney Conservation Fund. All contributions will be matched dollar for dollar, cent for cent by the Disney company. So no matter how big, no matter how small, any and all donations will greatly aid preserving the circle of life and allowing future generations to explore the wilderness and see all those wonderful animals we got to see today. One great example is actually one of my favorites. Those chubby unicorns, the largest lead white rhinoceros, whose numbers have been steadily growing ever since 2015, thanks to donations from people much like yourselves and conservation efforts. Taking us back all the way to where it began. So say Jumbo to my friend Cass here. My good friend, but I won't be stopping. Bye Cass, see you later. Now I gotta ask, has everyone on board been on Flight of Passage?
Yeah.
Definitely, without a doubt, 100% my absolute second favorite ride here at Animal Kingdom. Glad you all have gotten to ride it. Hope you all enjoy it. I think it's absolutely magnificent, beautiful, but there's only one ride that I do multiple times a day. Now, my friends, we're almost back to where it all began. Thank you all again for your patience, and just as we please remain seated until the doors are fully open for us. And here at Kilimanjaro Safaris, we do not like to say goodbye, for it is far too sad and much too final. For we hope to see you all on your next safari, whenever that may be. So rather than saying goodbye, we like to say Quackerini, which means to go well. Now, my friends, please watch your hands, arms, feet, legs as those doors are opening on the right-hand side. Please watch your step and Quackerini. Go well, go wild, go explore.